something to warm up with, right? I wrote this like, what, 3 weeks ago, and I came in here, and there was nobody here.
Oh.
It was Thursday. I'm joking. But now this is for the poet that is at the end of the mic that nobody ever wants to listen to. This is for poets like Kosher. My man right here. The people that you will listen to, but you can't really understand because you're trying to figure out what he just said the line before. This is for these people. This is for those people. This is for my man Tapestry. For everybody that's ever been to war. For everybody that's fighting with shit in their mind that they can't even receive because they're fearful of letting it out. This is for y'all. This is for every poet in this room. This is you, in essence. All right. It's the elixir to your brain when time gave birth to rhythm. So I jumped into time to impregnate seeds of truth into your mental womb. They called it the second coming. Christ-like in ciphers when language got lost to rhythms of emptiness, conjured up by fertilized mediocrities. So I jumped back 500 years into history. They called it the Renaissance. Watch Michelangelo paint ceilings. His brushstroke reminds me of poems written in hieroglyphs, figures that tell a story of how life used to be. They speak of good times, bad times, and times in between. How prophets came leaving treasures unspoken of until time stood still only to reveal ancient secrets. Still lost in time, I jumped back 300 years from yesterday. Watch greatness pen stories of Blake, Byron, Browning, only to jump to the next century where Frost, Dickinson's and Cumming told tales of wisdom and poems like The Road Not Taken. Still we are lost, not thinking that the path was provided by poets that told stories of a time that once was. Like slaves that once were in bondage, now free, how Hughes told it that I too can sing America. Telling stories of uplifting, shaming America and its view. Against black faces, Hughes tells it, they see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. See, I too can sing America. On to read poems of Whitman as I pondered in silence, returning upon my poems, considering, lingering long, a fathom arose before me with distressful aspects, terrible in beauty, age and power, the genius of poets of old lands. How beautiful his words rolled off my tongue, on to be stunned by Lord, whose melodic tune blessed us with words of wisdom, like if I don't define myself for myself, I'll be caught up in other people's fantasy of me and be eaten alive. So now I define myself only for myself, studying for masters whose names are immortalized like Giovanni, Baraka, and Angelou, who I let take over my hand to draft beautiful poems like Shakespeare wrote. So I ask myself the question that most poets ask themselves, what makes me a poet? How do my words touch the hearts of others? Real poets write poems from the heart, educating the masses by stories told by their pens. Poets teach poets to uplift one another. Their words empower generation. I'm not there yet, but one day soon I'll be among the stars like those that came before me. But until then, I jump back into the day, only to travel back in time to impregnate myself with words of wisdom, jump back into the womb, giving rebirth through new breath so poetry remain within these lungs. And this is my oath, never letting anyone disturb her rhythm on this day, that day, or the day after. Let poetry breathe within my lungs, only to breathe out words of love, like poets are supposed to do, never hating, always engaging, embracing others with encouragement, because this is what keeps us going. And sometimes, just sometimes, I can hear poets reciting the key of Mahalia, voicing their pieces like gospel singers, singing songs for the Lord on church on Sundays. Now that to me is poetry, and still I ponder and ask the question of myself, does that make me a poet?